Okay, let's continue. This area, there are a lot of ways to do this. One option is to stay here on the roof, but I don't like to do that because you're kind of easy target in here, and there's a lot of enemies coming from up ahead, and they all start to shoot you when they notice you're here. So I'm just gonna take care of these three guys with a grenade. If you aim it right, you can get all the three guys with one grenade. That's it. And then there's one guy here. And those other two guys that are there are too far away, so there's no use trying to shoot them from here yet. I don't have the sniper rifle, so I'm just gonna go here and take care of this one guy. Now here's a good spot to mark the enemies. And usually, at least in the beginning of the game, when I enter the area, I usually just go to cover first and tag the enemies with the visor. It's much easier to see the enemy marks when you take cover and you have something dark against you. Sometimes when there's too much light, it's pretty hard to see the enemy marks, and I want to know all the time where the enemies are moving in the areas and how many enemies there are. So I'll keep checking constantly with the visor if the game has respawned more enemies, because when you move forward into the areas, the game will respawn more enemies usually, but it also depends the way you play. If you play a bit more stealthy way and stay out of sight, the enemies won't call the reinforcements so easily. But if you just go there with guns blazing, in many areas the enemy will call the reinforcements right away, and that will make the game much more harder, as there are more enemies coming. So here again, checking with the visor. No more enemies, so there's only this one guy here, and then there's the other side of this area. So here, for example, as you can see, the stealth meter, it's gone white again, so these two guys, they have no idea where I am, because I kept a low profile in the beginning of this area. If I would have gone there with guns blazing, these guys would have probably spotted me also, and they would have come after me, and so the beginning of this area would have been a bit more difficult to do. And here's a good example of the stupid AI. These guys almost got blow themselves up with that own grenade they threw. That's actually pretty common in many video games, that the enemy just get killed by their own grenade. And just stealthing here behind these guys, and it's easy to take them from here. And now you would think that you're done, but you're not. There's always a couple of guys coming here after you killed all the enemies. Before I knew this, they totally got me by surprise a couple of times. I thought I'd kill all the enemies, and I just started here wandering around and looking for ammo, and these guys just appeared from nowhere. And there's some other levels also in this game that is doing the same thing. That when you think you have killed all the enemies, the game will respawn a few more enemies for you. Alright, so that's the end of this mission. Just have to go here through this metro tunnel.
Prophet, maybe the subway wasn't the best idea.
And here we get the nano vision.
Right underneath you. Watch your step down there.
It's pretty useful sometimes when you want to see the enemies more clearly. If there's dark or something. But overall I don't like to use that so much. But in some parts it's very useful.
It's a nest! Get out of there, Prophet!
Find an alternate route.
Gotta be some African jungle shit. A bola or something maybe.